Gonna try to put together a good loop, do maybe 2 or 3 laps, and hopefully get a good video out of it. As you probably saw in the title, this video is going to be about how I ride my dirt bike in the winter months. With cold weather in New England, it can be tough to get out on the bike. I'm going to tell you 6 of my winter riding essentials that make riding in the snow and freezing temperatures still fun. While I tell you about my favorite winter riding hacks, I have some footage from a recent ride through some snow-covered Singletrack. This is the typical type of riding that I'll do during the winter. However, all the tips that I'm going to share with you are universal for all types of cold weather dirt biking. Starting off with the first winter essential, which is actually one of my favorite right now, is actually something that you can see in the video. It's the Moose Paw Gauntlets. These essentially act like insulated bags, which are easily installed around your handlebars. They work to keep your hands dry, and they also block the cold wind. These play a big role in making the winter riding enjoyable. This is actually the first year that I've used these Moose Paw Gauntlets, but I can definitely say that they've saved my hands many times out on the trails, in parts where they would have been freezing cold and it would have completely ruined my ride. I had these Moose Paw Gauntlets and my hands stayed nice and toasty warm and dry. So, as you know, keeping your hands comfortable while you're riding is definitely very important, and that is why the second item on my winter essential riding list is the 100% Hydromatic Brisker gloves. These are basically insulated moto gloves, and they are as thin as possible while also staying insulated as possible. And these, with the combination of the Moose Paw Gauntlets, you won't have to worry about having your hands freeze up on you, and it'll keep you out on the bike for much longer. Before we get into the third winter riding tip, I just wanted to say that I'm not sponsored by any of these products, and these are products that I truly do use and that I actually think make winter riding more enjoyable. And the third item on the list is going to be a nice set of winter thermal base layers. There's so many different options out on the market, which is why I didn't include a specific brand as my favorite. When you're shopping around for a winter thermal set, as long as you get something that's rated for the winter, you will be fine. And obviously use your judgment a little bit. If you have more of a mild winter like we do in New England, you might be able to get away with something a little bit thinner. Whatever you do, just be sure to start off with a good base layer, as it is a very important step to winter riding. We're almost halfway through the video, and I wanted to take a second to thank you if you've made it this far, and I wanted to also say if you made it this far, go drop a like on the video and leave a comment with any winter riding essentials that you use that you think would be helpful for somebody else. The fourth winter essential that I use to keep myself in good shape and riding during the winter months is using a neck warmer. Having a neck warmer is very important, just like having a good base layer. The neck warmer prevents the cold wind from getting into your shirt through your neck, which, if you've ever been riding in cold weather and had cold wind blowing down your shirt, you know it's not a very pleasant feeling. Do yourself a favor and make sure you get a good neck warmer for your winter riding. That will conclude number 4. And our next topic is going to be studding your dirt bike tires at number 5. Having studded tires on your dirt bike allows you to be able to ride over the iciest and snowiest conditions imaginable. Without studded tires, it's very hard to control your dirt bike in the snow in winter months. Having studs rips the snow and ice and allows your front tire and your rear tire to bite whenever you need traction. Having studded tires isn't 100% necessary for all winter riding. However, once there's snow and ice on the ground, it's very important to get some studs on those tires to limit the chances of sliding out and hurting yourself while riding. I posted a video last week where I installed sheet metal screws as tire studs on my dirt bike. Go check that video out for an easy, cost-effective way to stud your tires and get you back out riding in the winter months. And last but not least, coming in at number 6 for my winter riding essentials is going to be a good winter coat. I personally use the Carhartt Iconic J140 Duck Coat. I choose this coat to ride in because it's heavy duty and it's also spacious enough where it doesn't limit my mobility. Another important factor about this coat that makes it the best for winter riding is that it has pockets on the inside that I can place my phone and GoPro batteries in, as well as snacks or really anything else that you would need out on the trail. That's going to conclude my top 6 winter riding essentials. Don't leave yet though, and stick around for a bonus tip, which I haven't seen mentioned on too many other videos, and I think will be pretty unique for this video. And with that being said, the last bonus tip that I'm going to leave here is to bring an extra pair of gloves out on your ride. The worst thing that can happen while you're dirt biking is to have a soaked pair of gloves and nothing to change into. You never know what's going to happen out on the trail, and it's always good to be prepared with an extra pair of gloves just in case. I want to take the time again to thank you for watching the entirety of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and got something beneficial out of it. I'm also looking forward to seeing if there's any useful winter riding essential tips that you guys use to stay riding all winter long. I'm going to stop talking here and just let the GoPro footage play for the rest of the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you stick around to watch the rest of the video because something exciting happens, which actually resulted in my ride being ended.
Now I've done it. Chain fell off. Chain fell off.